Hey there. You can't sleep? That's all right. You're here now, and I've got something calm, quiet, and just for you. Before we begin drifting off, before we start counting sheep, take a moment to drop a comment below. Let us know what time it is for you and where you're listening from. It's always comforting to know we're not alone in the night. All right, now dim the lights, get cozy, and let's start counting sheep in the rain. 1. A small white sheep appears. Its wool looks like a cloud, soft, round, and a little damp from the rain. It hops the fence without a sound. 2. A quiet grey sheep blinks once, slow, then steps ahead with nowhere to go. It clears the fence like drifting snow. 3. Its ears hang low, its hooves are light. It floats across in gentle flight and fades into the rainy night. 4. It lifts its head, then gives a shake, then leaps the fence, no sound to make, and lands beside a glassy lake. 5. A bouncy one with spots of brown. It kicks a leg and then jumps down and trots away without a frown. 6. It steps up slow, then lifts its feet. The jump it makes is soft and sweet, then vanishes down a shadowed street. 7. A little lamb with tiny frame. Its wool is damp, its jump is tame, but over it goes just the same. 8. It stops to sniff the air so still, then hops the fence with quiet will, and wanders past the moonlit hill. 9. Its sleepy hooves barely make a sound. It lifts, then lands on softer ground, and disappears without being found. 10. A fleecy shape with half-shut eyes. It moves beneath the cloudy skies, then floats away as silence flies. 11. Its head tilts back, it takes its time, then over it goes in perfect rhyme, a leap so slow it feels like mime. 12. Its wool is thick with drops of rain. It shakes once slow, then jumps again and fades into the distant plain. 13. It circles once, then finds its lane. The jump it makes is smooth and plain. It lands and leaves no sign or strain. 14. This one twitches both its ears, then hops ahead without its fears, and fades beyond where night appears. 15. A single breath, a thoughtful blink. It leaps without the need to think, and drifts across the twilight brink. 51. A pale grey sheep with eyes half closed. It takes a breath and softly goes, then disappears where stillness grows. 52. It moves with steps so slow and kind. It jumps and leaves the world behind, and fades into the drifting wind. 53. Its wool is wet from falling rain. It lifts its hooves, ignores the strain, and lands beyond the window pane. 54. It blinks and hums a tune so low, then takes a leap both soft and slow, and walks where only dreamers go. 55. A little twitch, a thoughtful pause. It hops the fence with gentle cause, and joins the mist without applause. 56. Its tiny nose lifts to the sky. It leaps, then lands without a cry, and vanishes as moments fly. 57. It shakes its wool, then finds its pace. It leaps and lands with quiet grace, then melts into a softer place. 58. Its breath is deep, its steps are sure. It jumps, then fades, so calm and pure, and leaves behind the world obscure. 59. A tiny hoof, a sleepy sigh. It lifts and floats as if to fly, then disappears beneath the sky. 60. Its coat is dark, its path is wide. It gently leaps with measured stride, and slips behind the rain cloud's side. 61. A quiet gaze, a steady beat. It hops with soft and silent feet, then disappears where hush is sweet. 62. Its tail sways once before it moves. It leaps as every raindrop soothes, and joins the rhythm nighttime proves. 63. It takes its turn, a thoughtful lamb, then hops into the hush and dam, where sleep is deep and stars are calm. 64. It steps in line with no delay, then floats across the fence and hay, and blends into the dreamlike grey. 65. A fleecy blur, so soft and round, it jumps and barely makes a sound, then fades into the sleepy ground. 66. It stops and shakes its little head, then lifts and leaps, so light like thread, and walks where quiet paths have led. 67. Its wool is long, its eyes are bright, it hops and vanishes from sight, then drifts into the arms of night. 68. It yawns once more, then starts to sway, then leaps and slowly floats away to join the ones who lost the day. 69. A sleepy blink, a stumble, then it hops the fence and sighs again, then walks into a silver glen. 70. Its steps are light, its spirit free, it jumps and lands so quietly and settles near a dreaming tree. 71. It lifts its ears to hear the rain, then softly leaps beyond the lane where stars fall down like soft champagne. 72. Its legs are slow, its wool is bright, it lifts and glides into the night, then fades into the edge's light. 73. It hums a song you cannot hear, then makes the jump with gentle cheer, and walks until it disappears. 74. Its head hangs low, its back is strong, it leaps and drifts with drowsy song, then joins the place where dreams belong. 75. A little lamb with steady breath. It hops, then rests where silence slept, and settles in the arms of rest. 76. It lifts its hooves and starts to spin, then hops and grins a sleepy grin and wanders off with woolen kin. 77. Its face is soft, its step is shy, it floats across the fence nearby, then lifts its gaze toward the sky. 78. A quiet wind trails at its side. It leaps and lands with gentle pride, then drifts beyond the great divide. 79. Takes a pause, then makes the climb. It hops the fence in perfect time, then joins the hush, the sleep, the rhyme. 80. It nods, then lifts without a sound. It glides above the soggy ground, then fades into the soft surround. 81. A spark of light within its wool, it moves with care, the world so full, then lands beyond the quiet pool. 82. Its eyes are slow, its frame is small, it makes the jump, then hears no call, just rain that taps the wooden wall. 83. It brushes past a patch of green, then hops the rail with steps serene, and then vanishes, no trace, no scene. 84. Stops and sniffs the chilly air, then leaps with ease and quiet flair, and fades into the hush out there. 85. A heavier step, a drooping eye. It takes its leap without a cry, and lands beneath the darkening sky. 86. It circles once, then lifts its heel. It hops and lands so calm and real, then fades into a dream you feel. 87. A younger lamb with legs that sway. It stumbles first, then floats away, and hums a tune it won't replay. 88. Its wool is bright, its tail is short. It leaps the fence in soft report, and then vanishes with no retort. 89. It listens to the falling rain, then hops and finds its own refrain, and joins the hush beyond the pain. 90. It lands on grass with muffled beat, then slowly turns on tiny feet and drifts into a calm retreat. 91. It blinks away the sleepy dew, then takes its turn, both still and true, and disappears like morning blue. 92. It yawns once, then begins to go. It leaps and lands in evening's glow, then walks beyond the fence's bow. 93. Its wool is speckled, soft and thin. It lifts, it lands, it tucks right in, and vanishes without a spin. 94. A little pause. A final glance. Then off it hops in sleepy trance, and fades inside the quiet dance. 95. It doesn't rush, it takes its time, then floats ahead in gentle rhyme, and lands where thoughts begin to climb. 96. Its hooves are wet, its coat is grey, it leaps with ease and starts to sway, then slowly dreams itself away. 97. It follows where the last one went. It jumps the fence with calm intent, and fades into the firmament. 98. It lifts its head, then takes a breath, then hops and walks with gentle depth, and joins the place where stillness slept. 99. A hush of wool, a tiny snore, it leaps the rail and nothing more, then melts behind a dreamlike door. 100. Its path is lit by cloudy skies, it takes its leap and softly flies, then settles where the silence lies. 101. A heavy step, a slower start, it leaps with care and steady heart, then drifts where softer shadows part. And 102. It lifts its hooves and starts to sway, then glides across and floats away into the grey at end of day. 103. A shake, a blink, a thoughtful stare, it hops and vanishes in air and leaves behind a hush so rare. 104. But it noses past the dewy grass, then jumps and lets the stillness pass, and joins the line of those who last. 105. No, a patch of white, a muffled bleat. It lifts its legs and lands so neat, then walks off slow with silent feet. 106. Its tail is curled, its wool is thick, it makes the leap both smooth and quick, and settles in the rain's soft tick. 107. A tiny lamb with careful pace, it hops the fence with sleepy grace, then fades into a safer place. 108. Its head held high, its body low, it jumps, then follows those who go, and slips behind the lantern's glow. 109. It pauses once to watch the sky, then off it floats without a cry, and leaves the waking world goodbye. 110. A breathless leap, a woolly blur. It lands, then doesn't stir, just fades like thoughts that gently were. 111. It trembles as it lifts its head, then softly walks the path ahead, and finds the place where dreams are fed. 112. It circles twice before it goes, then jumps and shakes off drops that froze, and vanishes where moonlight glows. 113. A sleepy bleat, a tilt of ear. It hops and leaves what once was near, then finds a path that's calm and clear. 114. Its coat is slick, its legs are long. It takes its turn and moves along, then disappears like fading song. 115. It stops beneath a branch of pine, then leaps into the moving line, and joins a peace that feels divine. 116. A nudge, a blink, a glance around, then up and over off the ground, it walks where only rest is found. 117. It hums a tune beneath its breath, then hops as if there's nothing left but sleep and stars and drifting depth. 118. It steps with care, its body still. It jumps, then wanders down the hill, and joins the fog beyond the sill. 119. It lifts its gaze, then lowers slow, then floats across, a gentle throw, and fades into the softest glow. 120. Shuffles through a patch of clover, then hops, and just like that, it's over, and walks where silent thoughts take over. 121. Its wool is bright, its breath is low, it moves with rhythm soft and slow, then disappears in silver glow. 122. A younger one with awkward pace. It leaps and lands in perfect place, then smiles in the quiet space. 123. Turns its head, then turns again, and hops into the evening's den, where thoughts lie down and stories end. 124. Its shadow blurs against the field. It leaps with grace that's soft, not steeled, then lets the night become its shield. 125. A steady gait, a gentle mind. It floats ahead, then falls behind, and disappears in trailing line. 126. Its hooves land light like falling rain, then walks ahead without a name, just softness where the heart feels plain. 127. And it yawns once more before it leaps, then sails into the world of sleeps, where quiet keeps what nighttime keeps. 128. A sleepy trot, a warm little sound, it lifts and lands, then turns around, and vanishes without a bound. 129. Here it stops to watch the others glide, then takes a breath and joins the tide, and slips into the moonlit side. 130. A tiny puff, a smaller frame, it jumps with joy, but none for fame, then fades into the field the same. 131. Its eyes are soft, its legs are bent, it hops the fence with calm intent, and finds where every moment went. 132. Its wool is light like mist at dawn, it floats across and then is gone, a dream already moving on. 133. It nudges past a blade of green, then leaps as if it's barely seen, and joins the slow unfolding scene. 134. A sleepy twist, a quiet spring. It jumps and hears no bells that ring, just echoes of a distant thing. 135. Its hooves are dark, its wool is wide. It lands, then shifts to the other side, and follows where the dreams reside. 136. It lifts its head and sways in place, then hops ahead with tender grace, and finds the calm in open space. 137. A lamb with spots upon its back, it leaps with ease, leaves no track, then vanishes along the track. 138. It sniffs the air, then makes the leap. It doesn't wake, it doesn't weep, just softly joins the line of sleep. 139. A hush surrounds its drifting feet. It jumps, then finds a place to seat, and melts into the meadow's beat. 140. It wanders up, then looks behind, then hops the fence with gentle mind, and walks where all the world's unlined. 141. Its steps are slow, its heart is light, it leaps into the silver night, then walks beyond the lantern's light. 142. It twitches once, then lifts to go, a floating woolen shape of snow that vanishes in quiet glow. 143. A breath, a jump, a twist of tail, it clears the fence without fail, then walks into the fading veil. 144. It spins in place, then takes its cue, it leaps and lands in morning dew, and wanders on beyond your view. 145. Its eyes are wide, its pace is slow. It hops the fence with careful flow, then melts into the dark below. 146. It sighs once soft, then finds its line. A single leap, a curved design, then drifts into the woolen vine. 147 to go. Its back is hunched, its ears are small, it jumps, then lands with barely a fall, and blends into the night's soft call. 148. It hops so light it leaves no sound. Its hooves kiss softly on the ground, then joins the ones already found. 149. It lingers in the space between, then leaps like it has never been, and disappears so calm, unseen. 150. A final sheep, so slow, so still, it makes the jump, then climbs the hill, and vanishes where dreams refill. 151. A little stretch, a quiet hum. It leaps and knows its time has come, then drifts into the hush beyond. 152. Its hooves tap twice, then lift with care. It hops into the evening air, and disappears like it's not there. 153. It walks the fence with steady pace, then leaps and joins the quiet race, to find a softer dreaming place. 154. Its coat is thick, its legs are strong. It makes the leap, it doesn't stay long, then vanishes into the dawn. 155. A gentle yawn, a sleepy kick. It hops the fence in one quick flick, then walks beyond the fog so thick. 156. It gazes down, then up once more, and leaps as if through open door, then joins the silence like before. 157. Its nose is cold, its back is dry. It makes a jump, lets out a sigh, then tucks into the star-filled sky. 158. It stumbles first, then finds its way. It hops with ease, no need to stay, then floats into the end of day. 159. It blinks and turns without a sound. It jumps, then walks along the ground, and disappears where dreams are found. 160. Its wool is brushed by winds that glide. It softly leaps, then turns aside, and fades into the sleeping tide. 161. A little twist before the jump. It hops and makes a gentle thump, then vanishes like distant drum. 162. Its step is light, its gaze is low. It leaps with rhythm, steady flow, then joins the world we'll never know. 163. It lifts its head, then bows it down. It makes the leap with no renown, and walks into the velvet town. 164. Its breath is soft, its ears hang still. It moves with grace and quiet will, then drifts beyond the glowing hill. 165. It starts to skip, then starts to sway. It jumps and hums, then walks away into the folds of breaking day. 166. A gentle nudge from wind or breeze. It lifts and lands with quiet ease, then fades between the shadowed trees. 167. It waits its turn, then takes its place. It hops ahead with sleepy grace and disappears without a trace. 168. It makes a path through silver mist, then lifts and lands with just a twist, and wanders off like thoughts dismissed. 169. It's slow to move, then starts to go. It leaps with strength you'd never know, then fades into the field below. 170. It tilts its head, then finds its mark, and hops ahead into the dark, where dreams begin and voices spark. 171. Its steps are wide, its eyes half closed. It moves like songs you once composed, then joins the field where rest is owed. 172. It flicks its tail, then shakes its frame, then leaps with not a hint of shame, and walks away without a name. 173. It tiptoes through the soggy earth, then hops like something full of mirth, and joins a land beyond the worth. 174. Its nose is wet, its wool is dry. It makes the jump and doesn't try, just trusts the night to pass it by. 175. It moves like wind, so faint, so clear. It hops and doesn't shift the ear, then leaves the fence without a fear. 176. A raindrop rolls along its back. It makes the leap and leaves no track, just silence on the cloudy track. 177. It hums a note, it feels the breeze, then jumps and lands with woolen knees and fades between the moonlit trees. 178. It watches clouds, then finds its breath, then leaps with peace and quiet depth, and finds the calm that lives in rest. 179. Its hooves are small, its form is light. It lifts and glides into the night, then disappears from sleeping sight. 180. Ooh. A flick of tail, a blink of eye. It takes a step, then starts to fly, then joins the hush beneath the sky. 181. It circles once, then walks ahead. It hops the fence and nods its head, then vanishes where dreams are fed. 182. Its coat is pale, its breath is slow. It leaps with ease and steady flow, then walks into the world below. 183. A blink, a turn, a drowsy pace. It hops and joins a warmer place where nothing leaves a single trace. 184. Its shadow sways along the grass. It jumps, then lets the moment pass, and melts into the foggy glass. 185. And it lifts one hoof, then lifts the rest. It leaps and lands where thoughts can rest, and finds the place that feels like nest. 186. A younger one with breath so fast, it hops and lands, then walks right past, and settles in the dream at last. 187. Its body moves without a sound. It leaps and floats above the ground, then finds the peace that can't be found. 188. It shuffles near the wooden post, then hops and joins the sleepy host, and disappears like whispered ghost. And 189. Its coat is dark, its eyes are kind. It hops and leaves the world behind, then walks where stars and silence wind. 190. It lifts its face into the sky, then softly leaps, no need to try, and drifts beneath the lullaby. 191. It grazes once, then finds its way. It hops and fades with no delay into the folds of closing day. 192. A swirl of wool, a quiet nudge. It takes a jump without a grudge, then vanishes with rain and smudge. 193. It stops and blinks, then takes a breath, then leaps with joy, not fearing death, and fades where dreams are drawn in depth. 194. It turns around, then makes the run. It leaps, then lets its moment come, and walks where stories all go numb. 195. A little shake, a flick of tail. It hops and moves beyond the pale, and disappears into the trail. 196. It watches stars that slowly spin, then jumps and drifts like breath within, and joins the sky with gentle grin. 197. Its hooves are wet, its wool is wide, it floats across the fence with pride, and walks into the quiet tide. 198. It breathes in deep, then lets it go, a leap, a slide, a sleepy flow, then vanishes where soft things grow. 199. It follows where the others led, then lifts and lands with nothing said, and disappears where dreams are fed. 200. A final sheep with wool like snow. It leaps, then moves so soft and slow, and joins the hush you've come to know. 201. It tilts its head and softly sways, then leaps ahead through silver haze, and fades into the field that stays. 202. Its wool is brushed with moonlight pale. It floats across a sleeping trail, then vanishes beyond the veil. 203. A steady step, a little yawn. It hops the fence and greets the dawn, then disappears completely gone. 204. It lifts its legs. No rush, no race. It leaps with calm, then finds its place among the hush, among the grace. 205. A sleepy twirl, a light-bound trot. It hops the rail and finds its spot, then walks into a dreaming thought. 206. Its tail flicks once, then comes to rest. It makes its jump and does its best, then tucks inside the nighttime nest. 207. A sleepy lamb with steady stride. It leaps the fence with woolly pride, then disappears on the other side. 208. Its breath is soft, its step is true. It floats through rain and morning dew, then vanishes into the blue. 209. It takes a turn, then lifts with ease. It sails into the starlit breeze, and fades among the whispering trees. 210. Little bleat, a tiny sound. It leaps and barely touches ground, then blends into the sleep around. 211. Its legs are light, its coat is white. It lifts and lands beyond your sight, then walks into the velvet night. 212. It circles once before it goes, then hops the fence on careful toes, and drifts wherever slumber flows. 213. A drooping ear, a quiet face. It leaps, then slows its dreamy pace, and vanishes without a trace. 214. Its hooves are damp from soft terrain. It floats beyond the picket frame, and rests beneath the falling rain. 215. It hums a sound you cannot hear, then gently hops and disappears into the night beyond your fears. 216. A gentle tap, a lazy glide. It leaps and lands with nothing wide, then joins the hush on the other side. 217. Its coat is streaked with drops of grey. It lifts its legs and floats away, then melts into the edge of day. 218. It blinks once slow, then takes its chance. A leap, a pause, a drifting dance, and joins the world of slow advance. 219. Its body leans into the wind. It jumps, then leaves the fence behind, and walks where only sleep can find. 220. A muddy hoof, a wagging tail. It hops the rail without fail, and disappears beyond the pale. 221. It waits a moment calm and kind, then leaps ahead with ease of mind and walks into the drift behind. 222 times. Its path is slow, its breath is warm, it clears the fence in perfect form, then vanishes into the storm. 223. It steps like snow upon the breeze. It hops and fades between the trees, and hums along with falling leaves. 224. A yawn escapes before the leap. It rises once, then dives in deep, and curls into a coil of sleep. 225. Its legs are thin, its coat is neat, it lands with barely more than heat, then wanders off on woolly feet. 226. It shivers once, then starts to go. It leaps, then settles soft and low, and disappears where dreamers flow. 227. It doesn't stop, it doesn't turn, it leaps and lets the silence burn, then drifts to where the dreamers learn. 228. Its ears are curled, its steps are clean, it lands and blinks, then leaves the scene, and joins the hills of softest green. 229. It tucks its chin and makes the jump, then walks away with gentle thump, and melts into the meadow's lump. 230. It flicks its tail and finds its place, then takes its leap through open space, and lands where calmness meets your face. 231. Hooves tap once, then skies grow thin. It leaps, then folds its motion in, and settles with its dreaming kin. 232. A spark of breath, a fleecy drift, it moves as though the clouds had lift, then vanishes in silence swift. 233. It curls its leg, then springs to flight, it lifts and vanishes from sight, then walks into the softest night. 234. A stretch, a bounce, a single sneeze, it hops and joins the hush with ease, then wanders through the silver breeze. 235. Its shadow twirls beneath the moon. It leaps, then fades away too soon, and hums the night's forgotten tune. 236. A shimmer trails behind its leap. It doesn't land, it seems to sleep, suspended where the stars run deep. 237. It watches clouds, then gives a sigh. It hops, then breathes beneath the sky, and finds a place where thoughts lie by. 238. Its wool is soaked, its path is light. It drifts into the fading white, then melts into the edge of night. 239. It steps with rhythm, calm and sure. Its leap is soft, its landing pure, then gone, like time that leaves no cure. 240. It stops to feel the raindrop fall, then hops the rail with no stall, and drifts where dreams have built a hall. 241. It hums a sound that's low and round, then lifts itself above the ground, and leaves no trace and makes no sound. 242. It turns, then takes a graceful bound. It lands, then lifts its eyes around, and joins the hush that wraps the ground. 243. Its ears hang down, its wool is thin. It leaps, then slowly tucks within, and drifts where every night begins. 244. Quiet lamb with thoughtful stare, it makes the leap through drowsy air, then finds a place beyond your care. 245. It skips a beat, then takes its time. It jumps and lands without a chime, then fades like soft and sleepy rhyme. 246. Its body leans into the light. It lifts its hooves, then takes the flight, and lands beyond the reach of sight. 247. It pauses once, then starts to glide. It leaps and lands, then sways with pride, and walks along the rain-kissed side. 248. It flicks its ear, then starts to roam. It leaps, then finds its path alone, and makes the dreaming field its home. 249. Its coat is curled, its head hangs low. It lifts and moves where soft things grow, then vanishes in peaceful flow. 250. It stares ahead, then makes its flight. It hops the fence and disappears from sight, and blends into the endless night. 251 Zeta. Its steps are slow, its eyes half closed. It leaps and lands where night has dozed, then disappears, completely posed. 252. It brushes past a flowered hill, then floats across, so calm and still, and rests where time forgets to fill. 253. It takes a breath, then takes its chance, a hop, a glide, a woolly dance, then joins the sleep of sweet expanse. 254. A quiet nod, a tiny jump. It lifts and lands with not a bump, then fades beyond the evening lump. 255. Its wool is soft, its hooves are small. It leaps the fence, then hears no call, just silence deep, and that is all. 256. It walks as though it's lost in thought, then hops the rail the others sought, and joins the dreams that can't be bought. 257. Its breath is slow, its steps are light, it moves across the fence in flight, and disappears into the night. 258. A bleat so soft, a tail so round, it leaps and barely shakes the ground, then drifts away without a sound. Or 259. It hums a tune with eyes half shut, then hops with grace, no need to strut, and melts into the sleeping rut. 260. But its back is damp, its pace is sure, it floats into the night so pure, where stars and silence both endure. 261. A fuzzy head, a sleepy gaze, it hops into the drifting haze, and finds the calm of quiet days. 262. It doesn't rush, it doesn't run, it jumps, and then the dream's begun, and walks beneath the waking sun. 263. It shakes its wool with no delay, then leaps and gently drifts away, like dusk dissolving into grey. 264. Its hooves press down on softened land, then lift with care, not sharp or planned, and leave behind no track or strand. 265. A breeze runs past its quiet frame. It lifts, it lands, then does the same, and disappears without a name. 266. Its ears are low, its legs are thin, it hops and lets the hush begin, then drifts away like peaceful wind. 267. Single blink, a pause to sway, it jumps, then floats the foggy way, and finds the end of sleepy day. 268. It finds its spot, then gives a spin, it jumps, then fades into the dim, a thread of wool beneath the wind. 269. Its hooves make sounds the rain absorbs. It leaps and joins the moonlit orbs, then vanishes in dreamy swirls. 270. A light slow step, a gentle fall. It clears the fence with no stall, then walks where dreams outnumber all. 271. It stares beyond the sloping rise, then leaps beneath the quiet skies, and sleeps where no one hears goodbyes. 272. Its back is curved, its tail is low, it lifts and leaps with steady flow, and walks where all the calm things go. 273. It grazes once, then turns its head, then jumps as if by stillness led, and fades into the dream ahead. 274. A gentle kick, a breath so deep, it makes the leap and doesn't keep, a single thought just folds to sleep. 275. Its eyes reflect the cloudy blue. It jumps, then melts like morning dew, and fades to where there's nothing new. 276. A quiet bounce, a peaceful hum. It hops, then lands where no sound comes, and disappears like softest drums. 277. It lifts its chin, then bends to spring. It jumps into the whispered ring, and lands where bells no longer ring. 278. Its hooves are light, its body thin. It makes the leap with peace within, and joins the quiet's patient spin. 279. It flicks its ear, then steps with care, then hops into the fragrant air and leaves no sign that it was there. 280. It barely blinks before it leaps. It floats into the land of sleeps, where everything just fades and keeps. 281. A rounded lamb with ears that dip. It lifts and makes a silent trip, then vanishes like dreams that slip. 282. It takes its time, no need to race. It jumps and leaves no single trace, just echoes in a softened place. 283. Its breath is slow, its body still. It rises, then it takes the hill, and walks into a sleeping will. 284. It twitches once, then lifts its knees. It jumps into the nighttime breeze, then rests beneath the silver trees. 285. Its coat is thin, its step is mild. It leaps like fog across the wild, and disappears like a dreaming child. 286. It blinks once soft, then looks ahead. It hops the fence with gentle tread, and drifts where softest thoughts are fed. 287. It hums a song no one can know, then jumps and moves with steady flow, and melts into the hush below. 288. It shakes the drops from woolly fluff, then leaps and lands just light enough, and fades where sleep is thick and tough. 289. A moment still, then all is clear. It makes its leap and disappears into the hush between the years. 290. His shadow trails a second more, then lifts and glides, a dream in store, and rests behind the moonlight door. 291. A blink, a sigh, a sideways glance. It leaps into the midnight dance and lands in dream's own wide expanse. 292. It doesn't speak, it doesn't stray. It jumps, then drifts and fades away, and joins the ones who chose to stay. 293. Its wool is dark, its frame is light. It floats into the open night and leaves no trace and shows no fight. 294. It gazes up, then gives a go. It clears the fence, then moves below into a world too soft to know. 295. A spin, a bounce, a resting breeze. It hops with legs as light as leaves, then disappears between the trees. 296. It slows its step to match the rain. It leaps, then joins the silent chain, where none return and none remain. 297. A muffled bleat, a sway, a slide. It moves with stars as quiet guide, and lands beyond the sleepy tide. 298. Its hooves find ground that barely bends. It leaps, then walks where stillness sends, and hums along with quiet friends. 299. Its tail sways low, its breath is long. It jumps into the drifting song, and knows exactly where it belongs. 300. The wool is soft, the air is cool. It lifts, then leaps with quiet rule, and joins the night beyond the spool. 301. A small white blur beneath the rain. It leaps with ease and soft refrain, then disappears down twilight's lane. 302. Its hooves land light on grassy ground. It hops the fence without a sound, then follows where no lines are found. 303. It stops and stares, then takes its turn. It leaps and lets the silence burn, and joins the dark where stars return. 304. Its tail is soaked, its steps are slow. It hops the fence with careful flow, then walks where gentle rivers go. 305. It gives a twitch, then lifts its head. It jumps, then joins the path ahead, where cloudy thoughts and dreams are fed. 306. A softer breeze moves past its face. It leaps into the open space and finds a calm and weightless place. 307. Its wool is damp, its ears hang low. It takes its leap and lets it go, then melts into the evening's glow. 308. It glides like mist across the rail. Its form is light, its steps are frail. It fades beyond the cloudy veil. 309. It doesn't pause, it doesn't call. It jumps and doesn't fear the fall, then vanishes beyond it all. 310. It walks a path the rest have tread, then leaps with ease, no thought or dread, and floats where all the dreams are led. 311. A flick of ear, a sleepy breath, it hops and hums, then softly rests among the quiet's woolen depths. 312. Its coat is clean, its pace is neat, it lifts, then lands on feathered feet, and disappears in something sweet. 313. A twist, a look, a final blink. It jumps, then gives no time to think, just fades into the shadow's brink. 314. Its hooves find peace beneath the rain. It hops the fence without a strain, then walks beyond the reach of name. 315. It stops to yawn, then starts to leap. It vanishes into the deep and curls inside the arms of sleep. 316. It watches stars through cloudy skies, then lifts and leaps with half-shut eyes and disappears where silence lies. 317. It stumbles once, then finds its feet. It hops with rhythm slow and sweet and leaves behind the waking street. 318. It gently shakes the night away, then leaps into the silver grey and doesn't stop or turn to stay. 319. Well, its legs are long, its frame is thin. It makes the leap and tucks within, then blends into the breeze again. 320. It hums a sound beneath the trees, then leaps and joins the quiet breeze and finds the place where no one sees. 321. It turns its head, then finds the sky. It lifts its legs and starts to fly, then vanishes without goodbye. 322. It lands like dust upon the field, then walks away with dreams to yield, its peace intact, its edges sealed. 323. It follows close behind the rest. Its hop is calm, its landing blessed. It joins the clouds and knows its guest. 324. It doesn't look or make a sound. It floats above the soggy ground and hums where sleep and stars are found. 325. It blinks and breathes, then starts to go. It leaps with grace and steady flow, then fades into the world below. 326. A single hoof hits softened dirt. It leaps with ease, it doesn't hurt, and lands where nothing can alert. 327. It walks in rhythm with the rain, then hops and joins the quiet chain, where peace and wool are soft and plain. 328. Its body moves like flowing steam. It jumps, then drifts inside a dream, where nothing is quite what it seemed. 329 to err. It gives a nod, then takes a glide. It moves like shadows turning wide, and joins the field on nighttime side. 330. Its legs are bent, its eyes are clear. It lifts and leaps without a fear, and fades until it's nowhere near. 331. Its wool reflects the starry blue. It makes the leap, then splits in two. A dream for me, a dream for you. 332. It doesn't stop or ask to stay. It lifts and slowly floats away, and follows where the willows sway. 333. A quiet step, a patient eye. It jumps and drifts beneath the sky, then whispers to the breeze goodbye. 334. It walks with grace through grass and stone, then leaps where winds and stars are blown, and finds its path to rest alone. 335. A hum, a step, a flick of rain. It lifts and leaves behind no name, just calm and breath, and not the same. 336. It bows its head, then kicks up slow. It hops the rail in one smooth go, then melts beneath the moon's faint glow. 337. Its legs move light like whispered song. It leaps, then floats the fence along, and fades before you knew it's gone. 338. It yawns once more, then lifts with ease, and leaps between the shifting trees, then walks away without a breeze. 339. Its hooves tap soft against the hill, then jumps with joy, with hope, with will, and vanishes into the still. 340. It lifts and floats like drifting sleep, its landing light, its silence deep. It settles where the slow waves keep. 341. It pauses by the wooden rail, then hops with ease, so soft, so pale, and moves into the misty vale. 342. Its breath is slow, its body glows, it leaps into the field that knows, and joins the place where stillness grows. 343. It spins in place, then makes its leap, a quiet fall, a drifting sweep, then vanishes into the deep. 344. Its tail sways once, its ears are flat. It jumps, and that is simply that. Then fades like dreams you can't get back. 345, and it hops with rhythm, pure and light, then walks into the velvet night and vanishes beyond your sight. 346. Its back is low, its hooves are bare. It makes the leap with gentle care and joins the others waiting there. 347. It wanders past the twilight gate. It hops, then drifts in softened state, and reaches where the dreamers wait. 348. Its form is faint, its steps are kind. It lifts, then leaves the world behind, to find the peace we rarely find. 349. It gives no word, it leaves no sound. It leaps, then lands on gentle ground, and knows its home, though never found. 350. A breath, a blink, a resting bend. It lifts and joins the quiet end, and finds the place where all things mend. 351. Its tail flicks once, its hooves are slow. It takes a breath, then starts to go, and disappears where soft winds blow. 352. It lifts its head, then gently bows. It leaps into the sleeping boughs, and settles where the night allows. 353. A tiny hop, a twist of knee. It drifts away so quietly, then melts into the willow tree. 354. Its wool is thick, its eyes half shut. It floats beyond the wooden hut and fades into the evening's rut. 355. It doesn't rush, it doesn't race. It hops the fence with gentle grace, then vanishes without a trace. 356. It watches clouds above the hill, then leaps and lands so calm and still, and finds the hush beyond the thrill. 357. Its hooves are damp, its breath is warm. It floats through quiet like a storm, then drifts where dreams have taken form. 358. A woolly blur with sleepy legs. It hops and gently clears the pegs, then disappears in softened dreg. 359. It grazes once, then lifts its feet. It jumps and lands in hush complete, then walks into a dream so sweet. 360. A blink, a breath, a single sway. It leaps, then slowly fades away into the folds of closing day. 361. Its wool is soaked, its eyes are dim. It takes a leap with drowsy whim, then blends into the sky's own hymn. 362. It flicks a drop from off its nose, then gently jumps and softly goes to where the final lantern glows. 363. It hums beneath the falling mist, then hops and twists with sleepy wrist, and fades into the darker mists. 364. A quiet puff of fog and wool. It leaps where stars are barely full, and lands where everything is cool. 365. Its hooves press deep into the mud, then spring ahead without a thud, and vanish in a silver flood. 366. It watches as the raindrops bend, then makes the jump and rounds the bend, and settles near the field's far end. 367. Its steps are soft, its pace is low. It hops the fence in dreamy flow, and walks where sleepy flowers grow. 368. A twirl, a bounce, a woolen roll. It leaps into a quiet goal, then disappears from dreamer's scroll. 369. It doesn't glance, it doesn't pause. It hops as though it knows the cause, and melts beyond the meadow's laws. 370. It gives a shiver, then a sigh, then leaps into the peaceful sky and disappears without goodbye. 371. Its tail curls tight, its ears hang still. It climbs the rail, then takes the hill, and walks where time forgets all will. 372. It kicks the earth and starts to rise. It floats across with half-closed eyes, then settles where the silence lies. 373. Its shadow dances as it goes. It leaps and lands like falling snows, and joins the hush that gently grows. 374. It turns around, then takes its shot. It jumps, then walks to some soft spot, and vanishes where sound is not. 375. A slower lamb with thoughtful breath, it leaps with calm like fearing death, then fades into the dream beneath. 376. Its coat is streaked with streaks of gold. It hops the fence and does not fold, and joins the place where sleep takes hold. 377. It stops to rest beside the gate, then lifts, then leaps in gentle state, and joins the rest, who will not wait. 378. A gentle yawn, a final blink, it jumps and vanishes in sync with fading stars and silver ink. 379. It hums a sound that feels like peace. It hops and brings the mind release, then lands where every storm will cease. 380. A glimmer in its wool so fine, it leaps, then leaves no single sign, just calm beneath a clouded line. 381. Its legs are long, its pace is neat. It walks the line with patient feet, then fades where quiet sheep all meet. 382. It turns its head and starts to sway, then hops into the drifting grey, and softly folds the night away. 383. It shakes its back, then gives a run, then lifts, then lands, then it is done, and melts beneath the setting sun. 384. A little lamb with steady pace, it clears the rail and finds its place, and joins the field in soft embrace. 385. Its coat is dark, its hooves are bright, it leaps and glides into the night, then walks beyond the lantern light. 386. It yawns and bows its sleepy head, then hops and leaves the world it led, to rest among the stars instead. 387. Its wool is damp, its path is straight, it jumps and leaves behind all weight, and settles through the open gate. 388. It stops and gives a final twitch, then floats across the smallest ditch, and blends into the velvet pitch. 389. It doesn't speak, it doesn't stay, it lifts its legs and floats away into the folds of end of day. 390. It lingers at the meadow's edge, then leaps beyond the wooden ledge, and finds the quiet in the hedge. 391. Its wool is thick, its hooves are grey, it walks, then hops, then fades away into the rain, into the sway. 392. It stares into the rolling dark, then leaps and lands with steady arc, and hums a tune that leaves a mark. 393. It curls its tail, then lets it go, it hops and lands with gentle glow, then disappears in twilight's flow. 394. A little twist, a tiny grin. It leaps and tucks its wool within, and walks where dreams no longer spin. 395. Its head is low, its pace is true. It jumps, then fades into the blue, and leaves behind a softer view. 396. It moves like mist along the ground. It lifts, then doesn't make a sound, then drifts to where no walls are found. 397. A sleepy bleat, a quiet breath. It jumps and sighs, then settles left, and joins the place that welcomes rest. 398. It doesn't run, it doesn't wait. It floats beyond the garden gate, and leaves the night to dream its fate. 399. Its hooves are soft, its legs are wide. It leaps and lands with sleepy pride, then disappears on dreamer's side. 400. The fence is low, the sky is deep. It makes the jump, then goes to sleep, and joins the rest in endless keep. 401. Its eyes are closed, its head held low. It makes the leap, then starts to slow, and walks into the quiet glow. 402. A drizzle runs along its back. It hops the rail and leaves no track, then fades into the silver black. 403. It follows soft, familiar sound, then leaps without a glance around and lands on feather-covered ground. 404. Its wool is light, its step is warm. It jumps into the drifting swarm, then settles where there is no form. 405. It twitches once, then lets it go. It leaps, then moves so calm and slow, and hums a tune the dark may know. 406. A quiet nudge, a gentle spin, it lifts its hooves and tucks them in, and fades into the sky again. 407. It stops, then softly starts to glide. It leaps, then floats to the other side, and walks where rainy thoughts reside. 408. A final stretch before the fence, it clears the rail without suspense, then walks into the night's defence. 409. It blinks away a sleepy tear, then leaps and fades from far to near, and melts into the dreaming sphere. 410 now. It gives no sound, it gives no cry, it leaps beneath the velvet sky and disappears without goodbye. 411. A tiny skip, a patient glance, it floats into the moonlight's dance and joins the fog in soft advance. 412. Its hooves are light, its wool hangs low, it hops the fence with quiet flow, then vanishes where dreamers go. 413. A sleepy step, a silent breath. It takes its leap, then welcomes rest, and joins the calm of all that's left. 414. Its path is slow, its focus true. It clears the fence and passes through, then disappears into the dew. 415. Its wool is wrapped in mist and grace. It leaps, then lands in soft embrace, and fades without a single trace. 416. It hums a tune you'll never hear. It hops, then walks beyond the clear, and melts into the sleeping sphere. 417. A drowsy shape with quiet pride, it jumps and moves from side to side, then vanishes with sleepy stride. 418. It follows slow the winding way, it hops the rail, then doesn't stay, and joins the sky at end of day. 419. Its nose is cold, its wool is thin, it floats beyond where sounds begin, then folds itself in peace within. 420. It makes no move until it's time, then hops and lands in perfect rhyme, and walks into a sleep sublime. 421. It grazes once, then turns to go. It leaps with ease and steady flow, then fades into the moonlit glow. 422. A twitch of ear, a drooping eye. It floats beneath the quiet sky, and leaves the world without a try. 423. Its legs are long, its coat is neat. It lifts and lands with gentle feet, then wanders off in hush complete. 424. A sleepy sigh, a thoughtful blink. It jumps, then fades before you think, like dreams that vanish near the brink. 425. It curls its wool against the chill, then takes a leap with quiet will, and joins the sheep beyond the hill. 426. It gives a shake, then lifts to glide. It lands in place, then steps aside, and walks into the starry tide. 427. Its pace is slow, its blink is long, it leaps into a sleeping song, then hums the notes as it moves on. 428. It kicks a stone, then makes the leap, its landing soft, its breathing deep, it walks into a woolen sleep. 429. A nod, a step, a sleepy sound. It lifts its hooves above the ground, then fades where all the rest are found. 430. It moves like drifting morning fog, then hops beyond the mossy log and walks into the dreamlike bog. 431. Its tail curls in, its mind at peace. It leaps with grace, then finds release, where hush and slowing thoughts increase. 432. It doesn't speak, it doesn't stay, it hops and slips into the grey and leaves behind the fading day. 433. And its wool reflects the softest light. It leaps, then disappears from sight, then joins the ever-gentle night. 434. It stares ahead and makes no sound. It hops the fence and hits the ground and doesn't leave a mark around. 435. It hums beneath the weightless rain, then jumps and leaves behind all strain, and finds the field where dreams remain. 436. It takes the leap with half-closed eyes, then lands and hears the gentle sighs of quiet wind and distant skies. 437. Its form is light, its mind is clear. It leaps, then vanishes from here, and walks into the sleeping sphere. 438. It curls its leg and makes the flight. It lands and drifts beyond the light, then joins the flock that's out of sight. 439. A softer step, a softer fall. It doesn't mind the mist at all, just walks beyond the nighttime call. 440. It stretches once, then lifts with grace. It leaps and finds its resting place beyond the fence, beyond the race. 441. Its coat is calm, its hooves are clean. It floats across the wooden beam and walks into a gentle dream. 442. It bows its head, then starts to sway, then hops into the moonlight's grey and fades into the end of day. 443. Its body bends, its gaze is kind. It leaps and leaves the world behind and walks into the resting mind. 444. It pauses once, then floats away. A final leap, no need to stay, then lost within the drifting grey. 445. Its step is sure, its pace is slow. It leaps into the nighttime flow and vanishes with nothing show. 446. It sniffs the wind, then bows its head, then hops and joins the ones ahead, and tucks itself in dreams instead. 447. It gives a nod, a breath, a smile. It clears the fence with floating style, then walks into the dreams a while. 448. Its wool is warm, its breath is light. It leaps and drifts beyond the night, then blends into the field of white. 449. It turns its back, then lifts to fly. It hops into the open sky, then vanishes with no goodbye. 450. It stops to watch the others go, then joins the line in quiet flow and walks into the twilight glow. C'est ça. 451. Its ears are down, its body low. It hops the fence in evening's glow and follows where the dreamers go. 452. It hums a sound, then gives a sway. It floats across the fence and hay and fades into the end of day. 453. Its step is slow, its eyes are deep. It leaps into the world of sleep where nothing stirs and silence keeps. 454. It spins once more before the leap, then hops and joins the woolly heap and sinks into a cloud of sleep. 455. And its coat is soaked, its hooves are wide. It hops the rail with dreamy pride, then walks into the other side. 456. It bows its head and starts to climb. It floats ahead in gentle time and lands within a sleepy rhyme. 457. It takes a pause, then lifts its knees. It leaps into the drifting breeze, then fades behind the quiet trees. 458. Its hooves are soaked in softest rain. It jumps and leaves behind all strain, then settles down where thoughts grow plain. 459. A little hum beneath its breath. It leaps and finds a softer depth, then sighs into the arms of rest. 460. Its shadow stretches through the field. It hops the rail, its jump well heeled, then walks into the hush unsealed. 461. It flicks its tail and moves with grace. It hops, then lands in timeless space, and disappears without a trace. 462. Its wool is damp, its steps are light. It drifts into the depth of night and vanishes beyond your sight. 463. It hums a note, then gives a bounce. It clears the rail in just one pounce and melts away without an ounce. 464. It grazes once on meadow sweet, then leaps and lands on feathered feet, and disappears in hush complete. 465. Its breath is calm, its rhythm clear. It hops the rail and draws in near, then fades into the sleeping sphere. 466. It doesn't glance, it doesn't wait, it leaps into the dreaming gate, then vanishes like softened fate. 467. A flick, a hop, a swirling turn, it lands where fog and silence burn, and fades into the softest fern. 468. It stops and stares at stars above, then leaps into a world of love, and walks where night fits like a glove. 469. Its hooves leave marks the wind can't keep. It jumps and glides into the deep, then settles where the meadows sleep. 470. A soft wind hums behind its stride. It lifts and lands with woolly pride, then drifts into the dreaming tide. 471. Its form is blurred by rainy haze. It hops ahead in gentle phase and disappears in twilight's maze. 472. It yawns, then slowly bends to spring. It leaps without a single thing but peace and cloud and quiet wing. 473. It lifts, then floats like falling mist. It lands without a sound or twist, and joins a place the stars have kissed. 474. Its wool is thick, its breath is slow. It takes its time, then starts to go, and melts into the hush below. 475. It circles once, then makes the leap. A path it's taken, wide and steep, then disappears into the deep. 476. It doesn't look, it doesn't speak. It leaps into the velvet creek, then walks away through waters meek. 477. It bows its head and lifts with ease. It lands and joins the drifting breeze, then fades among the hush of trees. 478. A tender step, a softer gaze. It leaps and floats through moonlight's haze, then drifts beyond the counting phase. 479. Its wool is bright against the sky. It hops and doesn't question why, then walks where quiet lullabies lie. 480. It takes its leap with heart so wide, then lands and joins the dreaming tide, and walks beyond the sleepy side. 481. Its breath is slow, its thoughts are few. It hops and joins the drifting queue, and finds a world both soft and new. 482. It lingers in the misty field, then hops and lands with hooves half-healed, and disappears where calm is sealed. 483. Its legs are light, its eyes are dim. It leaps without a thought or whim, and drifts into the dreaming hymn. 484. It sniffs the grass, then starts to sway, then leaps and lets the stars all play, and walks into the night's ballet. 485. It turns once slow, then takes the rail. Its jump is soft, its landing pale. It disappears beyond the veil. 486. It moves with grace, then gives a nod. It hops the fence, then walks abroad, and joins the hush that dreams applaud. 487. A fleecy twist, a drifting soul. It leaps and lands in gentle roll, then walks beneath a starlit scroll. 488. It lifts and lands with steady beat. Its wool is soaked, its jump is sweet. It vanishes where calm hearts meet. 489. Its gaze is clear, its coat is dry. It leaps beneath the open sky, and finds the place where dreams reply. 490. It makes no sound, it leaves no track. It hops ahead, then won't come back. It disappears into the black. 491. It walks with poise. It breathes in slow, then lifts its legs and starts to go, and fades into the world below. 492. It tucks its chin and makes its move. A leap so soft, so smooth, then lands where nothing breaks the groove. 493. It yawns once more, then takes the air. It floats like mist, no weight, no care, then vanishes without despair. 494. Its wool is light, its hooves are neat. It hops, then lands with silent feet, and walks away in hush complete. 495. A gentle jump, a drowsy bend. It doesn't speak, it doesn't send. It just begins and finds the end. 496. It watches rain beneath the tree, then hops with joy, so weightlessly, and joins the drifting memory. 497. Its coat is curled, its path is free. It leaps into a softer sea, then fades into the woolen spree. 498. It stops and looks one final time, then hops and moves with perfect rhyme and walks into the dreamer's clime. 499. A steady beat beneath its stride, it leaps and lands, then turns aside, and follows where the stars now guide. 500. It makes no sound, it makes no fuss. It leaps and joins the rest of us, where sleep and clouds and quiet trust. 501. It lifts its head and takes the lane. It leaps with ease and lands again, then walks into the silver rain. 502. A single breath, a clouded blink. It floats across the fence's brink, then fades before you stop to think. 503. Its coat is dark, its steps are light. It jumps into the velvet night, then disappears beyond your sight. 504. A low, soft hum, a curl of ear. It lifts and leaps without a fear, and drifts where nothing comes too near. As 505. It grazes once, then lifts its toes. A quiet leap, a breath that slows, then into hush it gently goes. 506. It kicks the grass, then finds its place. It hops and lands with steady grace, then fades into the open space. 507. It lingers near a fading star, then leaps beyond both near and far, and disappears where dreamers are. 508. It hums beneath the cloudy dome, then leaps the fence and starts to roam, and walks into the hush of home. 509. Its coat is soft, its legs are still. It leaps and lands beyond the hill, then drifts where stars and breezes fill. 510. It lifts one hoof, then floats ahead. It joins the line with nothing said, and walks into the dreamland bed. 511. A bleat so faint, a drifting sigh. It hops beneath the midnight sky and disappears without goodbye. 512. And its path is straight, its mind is free. It leaps and lands so silently, then melts into the darkened sea. 513. A younger lamb with shaky knees, it lifts and drifts along the breeze, then fades into the field with ease. 514. It stops to sniff the air so clean, then leaps and lands without a scene, and vanishes in twilight's sheen. 515. It hums a rhythm low and slow, then leaps and joins the ones who go to rest beneath the lantern glow. 516. It curls its back, then starts to leap. It floats through air so calm and deep, then lands inside a pocketed sleep. 517. A quiet look, a downward gaze. It hops, then walks in drifting haze, and disappears through sleepy maze. 518. Its shadow ripples in the mist. It lifts and lands with nothing missed, then walks where clouds and stars have kissed. 519. Its wool is bright, its form is clear. It leaps without a hint of fear, and fades into the far and near. 520. It doesn't rush, it doesn't roam. It hops and finds a path to home, then rests beneath the twilight dome. 521. A fleecy ball, a dreamy blink. It leaps, then melts before you think, and vanishes beyond the brink. 522. Its coat is damp, its heart is still. It jumps the rail with gentle will, then walks beyond the moonlit hill. 523. The wound. It gives a nod, then makes the jump. Its hooves land soft without a thump, and joins the quiet woolly clump. 524. Its ears are bent, its legs are small. It leaps into the night's soft call, then drifts where stars no longer fall. 525. It hums a tune that no one knows, then hops and joins the line that goes, where rain and rhythm gently flow. 526. Its breath is light, its step is slow. It clears the fence with drowsy flow and walks beneath the sky's soft glow. 527. A little twitch, a sheepish grin, it leaps with wool tucked safely in, then fades where sleepy things begin. 528. It curls beside a distant tree, then hops, then floats so weightlessly, and drifts into the gentle sea. 529. Uddersoon. Its path is worn, its pace is slow, it leaps with calm, then starts to go, beyond the place where dreamers know. 530. It flicks its ear, then gives a shake, it hops and leaves a soft wool flake, then vanishes for dreaming's sake. 531. It watches stars begin to gleam, then leaps into the flowing stream, and joins a slow unfolding dream. 532. A breath, a bounce, a stretch of wool, it lands where clouds and calm are full, then walks away, so soft, so dull. 533. It doesn't pause, it doesn't sway, it hops, then lets the world slip away, and drifts into a night of grey. 534. It lifts its chin, then starts to roam, it leaps the fence, then calls it home, then settles down beneath the loam. 535. Its legs are thin, its coat is wide, it leaps with ease and steady stride, then fades into the starry tide. 536. It circles once, then finds its way, it hops the fence with no delay, and walks into the close of day. 537. It makes a sound so soft and low, then takes the leap with steady flow, and finds the place where dreamers go. 538. Its breath is light, its eyes half closed. It leaps and lands where time has dozed, and walks into the mist that rose. 539. It flicks its tail, then starts to slide. It jumps the rail and does not hide, then fades into the woolen tide. 540. At a sleepy bleat, a dreamy stare, it hops, then floats into the air, and joins the hush that's waiting there. 541. And it hums a song so faint and far, then leaps beyond the pasture's scar, and walks beside a distant star. 542. It rests before the moment comes, then lifts and jumps to silent drums, and hums where all the slumber hums. 543. Its wool is bright, its legs are bent, it leaps into the firmament and fades before the night is spent. 544. It watches fog roll through the trees, then jumps and rides the midnight breeze, and settles into woolen peace. 545. It curls its leg, then takes its flight. It drifts across the sleeping night, then disappears beyond the light. 546. It stops to graze, then gives a shake. It leaps and floats through dusk's opaque, then vanishes for dreaming's sake. 547. Its steps are soft, its back is round. It hops and barely leaves the ground, then fades without a single sound. 548. It follows wind through moss and fern. It leaps, then doesn't need return, and walks where gentle starlights burn. 549. Its head tilts low, its pace is mild. It leaps into the dark and wild, then rests as peaceful as a child. 550. It takes its leap, then disappears. It walks away from all your fears, and hums the sound of sleeping years. 551. It watches stars, then starts to sway. It lifts and leaps without delay, then floats into the misty grey. 552. Its wool is damp, its eyes are bright. It jumps into the fading light, then walks beyond the edge of night. 553. It gives a twist, a soft exhale. It hops the fence and clears the rail, then disappears beyond the pale. 554. A woolly blur, a drifting sound. It leaps and doesn't touch the ground, then melts where only dreams are found. 555. Its breath is long, Its blink is slow. It hops the fence in moonlight's glow and walks into the hush below. 556. It steps in time with rainfall's beat, then jumps and lands with padded feet, and fades where sky and meadow meet. 557. A sleepy snort, a quiet nod. It leaps with grace and moves abroad, then vanishes where dreams applaud. 558. It flicks its ear, then bends to spring. It hops and drifts on woolen wing and lands where peaceful thoughts take wing. 559. It wanders near the garden line, then leaps into the softest shine and melts into a space divine. 560. Its tail is short, its wool is neat. It leaps and lands on dreamlike feet, then fades into the silent street. 561. A sleepy hum, a hush so light. It jumps, then fades beyond the night, and walks into the dreamer's sight. 562. Its hooves make not a single sound. It hops, then leaves the muddy ground, and joins the hush that hangs around. 563. It slows its step, then gently bends. It jumps and joins the line of friends, and knows the place where stillness ends. 564. It curls its body, bows its head, then leaps and joins the line ahead, and drifts where gentle thoughts are led. 565. Its form is dim, its rhythm sure. It hops the fence, both calm and pure, then walks into the dreamland cure. 566. It turns around, then makes the leap. It floats into the arms of sleep, and joins the sky so soft and deep. 567. Its ears hang low, its back is straight. It lifts and leaps through heaven's gate, then walks where stars and quiet wait. 568. A whisper trails behind its feet. It hops with rhythm calm and sweet, then disappears in twilight's sheet. 569. It stretches long, then gives a twist. It leaps into the gentle mist and walks away where thoughts resist. 570. Its wool reflects the moonlit air. It hops and doesn't leave a care, then fades into the field out there. 571. It looks once more, then starts to sway. It leaps and floats the other way, and joins the dreams that do not stay. 572. Its pace is slow, its heart is still. It hops the fence with quiet will, and melts beyond the distant hill. 573. It breathes beneath the silver sky. It leaps, then gives a gentle sigh, and disappears with no goodbye. 574. Its nose is damp, its tail curls tight. It hops and fades into the night, then walks where stars replace the light. 575. A little shake, a blink, a breeze. It leaps and lands with simple ease, and joins the hush beneath the trees. 576. Its hooves tap soft, its shadow still. It clears the fence, then climbs the hill, and leaves behind the earthly chill. 577. A sleepy glance, a tiny yawn. It jumps, then follows what is gone, and settles in a starry dawn. 578. It wanders through the foggy bend, then leaps into the calmest end, and finds the place where moments blend. 579. It hums a lullaby so soft. It jumps and lands on moss aloft, and floats away where dreams drift off. 580. It curls its tail, then takes its flight. It fades into the edge of night, and lands where nothing holds too tight. 581. It gives a blink, then starts to glide. It leaps into the sleepy tide, then disappears on slumber's side. 582. Its hooves press down on soft terrain. It leaps, then drifts into the rain, and walks where none can feel the strain. 583. It doesn't stop to make a sound. It lifts, then lands on hallowed ground, and fades without a path around. 584. Its coat is grey, its back is high, it hops beneath the starlit sky, and hums a tune that passes by. 585 It takes the leap, then turns to rest. It disappears where dreams feel best, and hums beneath the cloudy chest. 586 Its body moves with little weight. It leaps, then walks through heaven's gate, and joins the calm of twilight state. 587 It flicks its ear, then gives a sigh. It hops the fence and doesn't try, just drifts beneath the open sky. 588 It waits its turn, then gives a spin. It jumps and folds its silence in, and joins the hush where dreams begin. 589 Its wool is wet, its step is true. It hops and vanishes from view, and melts into the midnight blue. 590 It stops to blink, then starts to climb. It leaps in slow and thoughtful time, then walks beyond this world of rhyme. 591 Its legs are long, its thoughts are slow. It lifts and leaps through moonlit snow, then fades into the hush below. 592 It makes no sound, it needs no cheer. It leaps, then walks away from here, and hums a song you'll barely hear. 593 It curls its back and starts to drift. A leap, a breeze, a feathered lift, then gone, as dreams begin to shift. 594 It glides across the softened sod. It leaps without a thought or nod, and walks where time no longer trod. 595 Then foggy twist, a silent thrill. It hops the fence and climbs the hill, then fades where night is standing still. 596 It hums beneath the cloudy sky. It leaps, then slowly passes by, and finds the hush where sleepers lie. And 597 It follows where the line once bent. It hops and hums with soft intent, and disappears without lament. 598 Its tail flicks twice, then all is done. It leaps and leaves the setting sun, and rests where all the sheep have gone. 599 It lifts, it floats, it softly lands, then walks away with woolen bands, and fades into the dreaming land. 600 Turns its gaze to stars above, then leaps into a world of love, and settles where the dreams are enough. 601 A breath, a blink, a sleepy bough. It lifts its hooves and clears the plough, then fades into the field somehow. 602 It hums beneath the falling dew, then leaps and leaves the path it knew, and disappears in twilight's blue. 603 Its steps are slow, its mind is light. It floats into the folds of night, then walks beyond the need for sight. 604 It flicks its ear and starts to roam. It leaps, then calls the hush its home, and drifts into the shadow's dome. 605 It turns around without a sound. It clears the fence, then meets the ground, and melts into the sleep surround. 606 Its hooves make rhythm soft and slow. It hops and lets its eyelids go, then joins the field where dreamers flow. 607 It doesn't speak, it doesn't turn. It hops the fence with no concern, and finds the place where soft hearts learn. 608 A hush surrounds its quiet face. It leaps into the air with grace, then fades into a dreamlike space. 609 Its wool is brushed with silver beams. It jumps and glides through drowsy streams, and settles in the land of dreams. 610 It gazes down, then starts to sway. It hops, then simply floats away, and vanishes in shades of grey. 611 It breathes in slow, then makes its move. It leaps with rhythm soft and smooth, and drifts into the nighttime groove. 612 Its ears hang low, its tail is round. It hops the fence without a sound, then disappears from solid ground. 613 It looks around, then lifts its knees. It leaps and lands in fields of ease, and hums beneath the sleepy trees. 614 Its steps are light, its heart is still. It hops into the rising hill, then walks where dreams the silence fill. 615. A quiet sheep with wool like snow. It floats across the fence below and fades into the softest glow. 616. Its hooves are light, its gaze is kind. It leaps and leaves no trace behind, just dreams where peace and stillness waned. And 617. It nods once slow, then gives a twist. It hops and lands within the mist, then joins the fog the stars have kissed. 618. It lifts its chin and starts to glide, then vanishes to dreamer's side, where nothing else is left to hide. 619. Its coat is soft, its tail sways light. It leaps beneath the waning night and walks beyond the edge of sight. 620. It doesn't rush, it takes its time. It hops the rail in silent rhyme, then fades beneath the sleepy chime. 621. It circles twice, then finds the line. It leaps and leaves no sign or sign, just silence like a softened spine. 622. It watches clouds, then starts to move. It hops with grace and gentle groove, then walks into the sky's own soothe. 623. A sleepy shake, a quiet nod. It leaps the rail, then greets the sod, and drifts into the dream of God. 624. Its pace is slow, its shadow wide. It hops and floats to the other side, then walks where lullabies reside. 625. And a gust of wind trails at its ear. It leaps and lands, then disappears into the hush beyond all fears. 626. Its tail flicks once, its hooves are damp. It hops into the dewy camp and fades beneath the sleeping lamp. 627. A breath, a blink, a single bound. It leaps and lands on foggy ground, then walks without a single sound. 628. Its nose is cold, its pace is mild. It lifts and leaps like a sleepy child and disappears where stars have smiled. 629. But a lazy hop, a weightless float. It glides through air like dreams once wrote, then drifts beyond the pasture's note. 630. It takes its time and lifts its frame. It clears the fence without a name, then vanishes like candle flame. 631. It doesn't turn, it doesn't sway. It hops, then lets the night display its gentle end to waking day. 632. Its hooves are soft, its breath is thin. It jumps and lets the world begin to close and fold itself within. 633. It watches nothing, walks alone, then hops and lands on softened stone, and hums where dreams become your own. 634. Its coat is soaked, its heart is free. It hops with ease and dignity, then fades into the dreaming sea. 635. It's a nod, a breath, a blink, a bow. It leaps into the quiet now and walks into the resting brow. 636. It circles once, then starts to go. It hops the fence in steady flow and finds the hush of softest snow. 637. A fleecy trail behind it swings. It lifts and lands without a cling, then joins the place where silence sings. 638. It shakes its coat with final grace, then hops the fence in dreamlike pace and fades into the resting space. 639. Its ears hang low, its hooves are clean. It leaps and lands with steps unseen, then melts into the quiet green. 640. It doesn't stop, it doesn't wait. It leaps through time and drifts through fate and finds a peace in dreaming's gate. 641. Its wool is thick, its steps are light. It hops and fades into the night and walks where shadows turn to white. 642. It makes no sound, it makes no sign. It lifts and lands beyond the line where sleep and stars forever shine. 643. It stops to glance, then takes the leap. It joins the soft parade of sleep, then disappears into the deep. 644. It listens to the falling rain, then hops beyond the wooden lane and walks where thoughts no longer strain. 645. A flick of tail, a whispered sigh, it leaps beneath the yawning sky and joins the place where sheep drift by. 646. Its coat reflects the glow of dreams. It hops, then walks through flowing streams and fades into the softest seams. 647. Its eyes half closed, its motion still. It leaps and lands with perfect will, then walks beneath the misty hill. 648. It tucks its wool against the breeze, then hops and walks beneath the trees, where sleep is sown with gentle ease. 649. It hums a tune without a name. It leaps, then joins the dreaming frame, and leaves behind the waking flame. 650. A sheep so quiet, soft and kind, it lifts and leaves the world behind, and settles in the sleeping mind. 651. It gives a breath, then takes a glance. It leaps and lands in woolen trance, then fades into the hush of chance. 652. Its hooves press soft on moss and stone. It floats across the field alone, then walks where dreams have gently grown. 653. Its coat is brushed with streaks of mist. It hops into the starlit twist, then disappears like breath once kissed. 654. A blink, a nod, a tiny smile. It leaps and drifts for just a while, then settles where the stars compile. 655. It pauses at the sleepy gate, then hops and leaves behind all weight, and wanders off in perfect state. 656. Its wool is damp, its steps are slow. It leaps where moonlit waters flow, then fades into the mist below. 657. It hums a note, then starts to swing. It jumps and leaves behind a ring of silence where the dreamers cling. 658. Its back is curved, its eyes are low. It lifts and lets its spirit go, then walks where rainy breezes blow. 659. A sheep so small, its breath so light, it leaps and leaves the day for night, and settles in a world of white. 660. It doesn't stir, it doesn't wait, it moves in rhythm, soft and straight, and walks through sleep's unfolding gate. 661. A sleepy sigh, a final leap. It clears the fence and dives in deep, then lands where nothing dares to keep. 662. Its tail sways once, its coat is sleek. It hops, then hears no voice, no creak, just calm that grows from week to week. 663. It glides like wind across the yard, then hops and melts through dusk unmarred, and rests where no one stands on guard. 664. It watches stars begin to fade, then leaps into a dream cascade, and walks where shadows gently braid. And 665. Its pace is soft, its path is wide, it floats along the fence's side, then vanishes with woolen pride. 666. It circles once, then finds its breath. It hops and lands in fields of rest, then fades into the quiet west. 667. It curls its tail, then leaps with grace. It lands in some forgotten place and joins the stars that leave no trace. 668. It lingers near the final beam, then hops into a glowing dream and hums a tune you cannot scheme. 669. Its wool is grey, its ears are low, it leaps beyond the stream's soft flow, then disappears like falling snow. 670. It stops, then lifts its gaze up high, it hops beneath the drifting sky and walks into the stars goodbye. 671. Its coat reflects a hidden light. It leaps with ease and feathered flight, and then fades into the breath of night. 672. A muffled step, a dreamy sigh. It hops and doesn't question why, then disappears with lullaby. 673. It takes a breath, then bends to go. It leaps through rain and lands below, and rests where only hush will grow. 674. Its shadow stretches toward the east. It floats across like woolen feast, then joins the silence soft and least. 675. And It spins once slow, then starts to glide. It leaps and joins the woolen tide, then fades into the world inside. 676. Its nose is wet, its thoughts are still. It clears the fence with gentle will and melts into the misty hill. 677. It hums a sound with lips shut tight, then hops and blends into the night and walks beneath the softened light. 678. A flick of wool, a sheepish grin, it leaps and lets the dream begin, then vanishes with quiet kin. 679. Its back is warm, its coat is thick, it leaps with rhythm slow and quick, then fades into the midnight tick. 680. It watches where the meadow bends, then hops the fence and never ends, and joins the path where dreaming sends. 681. It doesn't glance, it doesn't call, it lifts and floats beyond the wall, and walks where clouds begin to fall. 682. Its steps are hushed, its wool is long, it hops and hums a distant song, then drifts to where the dreams belong. 683. It takes a bow, then finds its pace, it clears the fence with sleepy grace, and walks into the clouded space. 684. Its hooves touch grass that barely stirs, it leaps and joins the silent blurs, and hums where nothing else occurs. 685. It lifts its chin into the breeze, it jumps and floats with gentle ease, then vanishes among the trees. 686. Its coat is soft as evening dust, it hops and fades with quiet trust, and settles where the field is just. 687. A tiny twitch, a sleepy beat, it hops and lands on cotton feet, then walks where hush and wonder meet. 688. It circles round a glowing light, then leaps and drifts beyond the sight, and vanishes into the night. 689. It hums beneath the falling rain, then lifts and hops beyond the grain, and fades into the hush again. 690. It doesn't pause or ask for more. It jumps the fence and finds the floor, where silence waits behind the door. 691. It stares into the open sky, then hops and never says goodbye, just lands where gentle dreams may lie. 692. Its ears are low, its eyes are wide, it leaps and lands, then steps aside, and walks along the dreaming tide. 693. It flicks its ear, then gives a shake, it jumps and doesn't leave a wake, just peace that nothing else can fake. 694. Its breath is soft, its motion slow. It hops into the drifting flow, then fades into the stars below. 695. It gives a glance, then starts to run. It leaps and joins the setting sun, then melts where sleep and sky are one. 696. It doesn't mind the rain or wind. It jumps the rail, then tucks its chin, and finds the place where dreams begin. 697. Its coat is thick, its hooves are clean. It leaps and floats through midnight's sheen, then vanishes into the dream. 698. It shakes its tail, then gently goes. It hops and lands where stillness grows, and hums the hush the nighttime knows. 699. It stretches long, then starts to glide. It leaps and doesn't try to hide, then joins the others on the side. 700. A final breath, a woolly bend. It hops and walks where fences end, and rests where every dream will send. 701. It doesn't look, it doesn't wait. It lifts and floats beyond the gate, then lands where stars illuminate. 702. A sleepy gaze, a lowered head. It hops the fence with silent tread, then joins the hush where thoughts are shed. 703. Its ears hang low, its steps are light. It leaps beneath the fading night, then fades beyond the candlelight. 704. A stretch, a shake, a drifting sway. It hops into the silver grey, and walks where dreams don't lose their way. 705. Its wool is soaked in moonlit rain. It jumps and sheds the world's old strain, then joins the field of soft refrain. 706. It turns around, then takes the air. It leaps with quiet, weightless care, and drifts where stars no longer stare. 707. A blink, a pause, a gentle lean. It clears the rail in silence, keen, then melts into the in-between. 708. Its hooves tap once on softened stone. It hops, then moves where none have known, and finds the hush that feels like home. 709. It watches clouds begin to shift, then jumps with grace and airy lift, and drifts into the dreamland drift. 710. It walks along the fence line still, then leaps and lands upon the hill, where silence folds and dreams fulfill. 711. Its wool reflects a starlit stream. It hops into a half-formed dream, and disappears with gentle gleam. 712. It flicks its tail, then lifts its chin. It leaps and leaves the world within, and walks where sleep has always been. 730. A gentle shake, a deeper breath. It floats into the arms of rest, then vanishes in twilight's best. 714. It steps around, its thoughts are low. It lifts and leaps with steady flow, then fades into the fields below. 715. It yawns, then lifts its woolly head. It hops where dreams are softly spread, and joins the flock that sleep has led. 716. Its coat is thick with rain and light. It leaps into the breath of night, and walks beyond the edge of sight. 717. It grazes once, then gently turns. It hops and joins the line that learns, the way the quiet always returns. 718. Its shadow lingers near the tree. It jumps, then walks so weightlessly, and hums into infinity. 719. A breeze runs through its resting wool. It leaps and lands where skies are full, then melts into a starlit lull. 720. It gives a glance, then walks ahead. It hops, then leaves the world unsaid, and rests beneath the flower bed. 721. Its nose is cold, its coat is grey. It lifts and drifts the other way, and disappears in shades of day. 722. A sleepy tune beneath its chest. It leaps and finds the place to rest, then fades where quiet feels the best. 723. Its hooves are clean, its wool is neat. It floats across on silent feet, and hums where dreams and silence meet. 724. It stops to feel the dewy grass, then hops the rail with feathered pass, and walks beyond the hourglass. 725. It turns and breathes the evening air, then leaps beyond the world of care, and disappears without despair. 726. Its ears hang low, its rhythm clear. It hops, then walks without a fear, and joins the dream that draws you near. 727. A final glance, a drifting trail. It leaps beyond the shadow veil, and rests where sleepy hearts prevail. 728. Its wool is white, its eyes are slow. It hops and lets the stillness grow, then fades where nothing has to show. That is 729. It shakes the rain from off its back, then leaps and follows twilight's track, and melts into the endless black. 730. It hums a tune you'll never know. It leaps, then walks so soft and low, and joins the clouds that drift below. 731. It doesn't rush, it doesn't fall. It clears the fence with no stall, and lands where stars forget it all. 732. It curls its legs and starts to glide. It lands and sways from side to side, then drifts where silent thoughts reside. 733. Its tail swings once in moonlight's beam. It hops and joins a woolen stream, and fades into a second dream. 734. It flicks its ear, then finds its lane. It leaps and walks through softest rain, and hums the last of sweet refrain. 735. Its breath is slow, its body still. It floats beyond the windowsill, then disappears beyond the hill. 736. A final blink, a forward glance. It hops into a woolen dance, then vanishes like midnight chance. 737. It watches wind move through the grass. It leaps, then lets the moment pass, and walks into the looking-glass. 738. It hums beneath a blanket sky, then hops the fence without a try, and joins the hush that floats nearby. 739. Its wool is soaked, its hooves are bare. It leaps and walks through open air, then melts where nothing's ever there. 740. It moves like dusk, both light and slow. It floats into the dreamer's glow and lands where sleepy wishes go. 741. It doesn't think, it doesn't fear. It lifts, then leaps and disappears into the hush that waits so near. 742. Its ears are still, its legs are bent. It jumps the rail without lament, then walks where all the silence went. 743. A sleepy breeze runs past its side. It leaps, then joins the woolen tide, and fades where starlit sheep abide. 744. It stretches long, then curls in tight. It hops and lands so feather-light, then walks beneath the hush of night. 745. Its coat is thick, its body warm. It leaps and hums with sleepy charm, then fades where nothing brings alarm. 746. A blink, a bow, a gentle stride. It floats into the dreamer's tide, then disappears on starlit ride. 747. Its back is round, its step is slow. It leaps, then lets its body go, and walks into the world below. 748. It hums beneath a silver tree, then lifts and lands so silently, and walks where thoughts no longer be. 749. Its hooves tap once, then disappear. It hops and leaves the waking sphere, then drifts into the dream drawn near. 750. A final leap, a downward breath. It floats into the arms of rest, and fades where slumber feels like nest. 751. It lifts its eyes and starts to sway. It hops the fence and floats away, then melts into the softest grey. 752. Its hooves are light, its breath is deep. It leaps and doesn't make a peep, then vanishes inside of sleep. 753. It gives a nod, then takes the air. It clears the fence with gentle care and walks into the hush out there. 754. A single blink, a silent beat. It jumps and barely lifts its feet, then fades into a dream complete. 755. It hums beneath the softest rain, then leaps and drifts beyond all strain and walks into the sleepy plain. 756. Its tail is still, its mind is clear. It hops, then disappears from here, and fades into a world sincere. 757. It curls its leg, then makes its leap. It glides where cloudy hush runs deep, then tucks itself inside of sleep. 758. It doesn't rush, it doesn't stray. It lifts and floats the foggy way, and disappears in twilight sway. 759. A flick, a hush, a downy glide. It leaps, then lands on dreaming side, and joins the stars that softly hide. 760. Its wool is bright in silver glow. It hops the fence and moves so slow, then fades into the dark below. 761. It doesn't speak, it doesn't call. It hops, then leaves behind it all, and walks where dreams are soft and small. 762. A drop of rain, a steady breeze. It floats among the silent trees, then lands in quiet fields with ease. 763. Its gaze is still, its pace is low. It leaps and lets the silence grow, then disappears in sleepy flow. 764. And its hooves are damp, its shadow long. It hums a quiet nighttime song, then drifts where only dreams belong. 765. It spins once slow, then bows its head. It hops the fence with feet like thread, then melts into the clouds ahead. 766. A sleepy blink, a woolly grin, it leaps and lets the hush begin, then fades into the dream within. 767. It doesn't shake, it doesn't run, it lifts and leaps beneath the sun, then settles where the dreams are spun. 768. Its wool is soaked in morning dew. It jumps, then lands on something new and walks where peace comes into view. 769. And it grazes once, then gives a kick. It hops the fence with rhythm quick, then vanishes so smooth, so slick. 770. It sighs, then lifts its quiet frame. It leaps with not a thought of name, and walks into the dreamlike flame. 771. Its coat is thick, its heart is calm. It hops, then lands with woolen balm, then joins the night's unfolding psalm. 772. It curls its tail, then makes its move. It glides across the fence with groove and fades into the gentle groove. 773. It doesn't speak, it doesn't know. It hops and lands in drifting snow, then walks where only dreamers go. 774. It flicks its ear, then gives a blink. It leaps, then vanishes in sync with all the sheep that softly shrink. 775. And its legs are strong, its mind is light. It hops and floats into the night, then walks beyond the reach of sight. 776. A twist, a turn, a lowered head. It leaps and hums, then moves ahead, and rests where nothing more is said. 777. Its pace is slow, its back is curved. It clears the fence, so well preserved, then disappears where dreams are served. 778. It turns to watch the clouds all fade, then jumps into the silver shade, and hums along the soft cascade. 779. A sleepy wind moves past its cheek. It leaps with ease, so calm, so meek, then fades before you start to speak. 780. Its wool is dry, its eyes are closed. It lifts and leaves the place it knows, then joins where gentle stillness flows. 781. It hums a song with not a word. It hops and leaves no sound disturbed, then lands where quiet thoughts are heard. 782. Its shadow stretches through the grass. It leaps into the moment's pass and disappears like turning glass. 783. It circles once, then makes its leap. It joins the hush that's soft and deep, then melts into a gentler sleep. 784. Its breath is warm, its step is true. It floats beyond the sky's soft hue, then fades into the sleeping view. 785. It doesn't try to run or play. It lifts and leaps, then fades away, and walks into the close of day. 786. A subtle nudge, a dreamy twitch. It hops and lands in grassy ditch, then vanishes without a glitch to 787. It hums beneath the cloudy beams, then leaps into the world of dreams, and walks beyond the flowing streams. 788. Its coat is soft, its pace is slow. It hops and lets the raindrops go, then fades where softer memories grow. 789. It stops to glance, then makes the turn. It leaps and lets the silence burn, then joins the dreams we never learn. 790. A quiet bough, a sleepy bend. It leaps and finds the dreaming end, and walks where all the stillness blends. So 791. It spins in place, then makes the flight. It lands and walks into the night, and vanishes in pale moonlight. 792. It breathes in deep, then starts to sway. It hops, then drifts the woolen way, and joins the stars without delay. 793. Its coat is gold in fading dusk. It leaps and lands in fields of musk, then fades beyond the dreamer's husk. 794. It lifts a leg, then bends its back. It hops and joins the silent track, then disappears into the black. 795. A sleepy hum, a woolly turn. It leaps where softest breezes churn, then drifts where moon and stillness burn. 796. It doesn't stop to say a thing. It hops and lets the nighttime sing, and joins the hush that dreams may bring. 797. Its nose is cold, its breath is slow. It leaps beneath the shadow's glow, then fades where only dreamers go. 798. It lifts once more, then starts to glide. It lands and walks with woolen pride, then disappears where stars reside. 799. A flick, a turn, a gentle swing. It leaps and hears the silence sing, then fades where softest dreams take wing. 800. It moves without a care or sound. It hops and leaves the waking ground and joins the sleep that wraps around. 801. Steps are slow, its wool is damp. It leaps and lands beyond the lamp and drifts into the velvet camp. 802. It hums a tune without a word, then hops and not a sound is heard, and fades into the dreaming herd. 803. Its hooves touch grass, then skies of blue. It leaps and floats in morning dew, then walks where thoughts begin anew. 804. It curls its leg and starts to sway. It jumps and slowly fades away, and joins the hush where dreamers lay. 805. It gives no sound, it gives no fight. It lifts and leaps beyond the night, then disappears in feathered light. 806. It doesn't glance, it doesn't call. It floats beyond the fence-line wall, and joins the quiet after all. 807. Its coat is damp, its gaze is low. It hops and lands where breezes blow, then fades beneath the twilight flow. 808. A sleepy sigh, a little turn. It leaps and lets the starlight burn, then rests where peace is slow to learn. 809. It steps with ease, then takes the air. It hops and moves with gentle care, then melts into the night somewhere. 810. Its legs are strong, its steps are sure. It leaps where hush and rest endure, and drifts into a dream so pure. 811. It grazes once, then gives a shake. It hops and leaves a woolen wake, and walks where nothing needs to break. 812. It circles near a sleeping tree, then leaps and lands so gracefully, and hums into the softest sea. 813. It watches where the shadows part. It lifts and leaps with open heart, then fades where all the quiet start. 814. Its breath is slow, its path is wide. It hops and joins the flowing tide, then walks where drifting dreams abide. 815. It hums a sound so faint, so deep. It leaps and lands without a beep, then curls into a cloud of sleep. 816. It doesn't pause, it doesn't slow. It hops into the sky's soft glow and fades where only dreamers go. 817. Its ears are still, its legs are bent. It lifts, then leaps without lament, and drifts into the firmament. 818. It stretches long, then starts to rise. It hops and lands beneath the skies, and disappears as morning sighs. 819. It takes a step, then makes a turn. It leaps beyond the lantern's burn, and walks where sleepy meadows yearn. 820. Its coat is soft, its pace is slow. It floats through air like falling snow, then hums where only dreamers go. 821. It gives a nudge, a gentle spin. It leaps and leaves the world within, and finds the hush where dreams begin. 822. A sleepy blink, a fleecy sway. It hops and leaves the waking day, then melts where thoughts just drift away. 823. It turns its head, then softly bleats. It hops and lands on clouded sheets, and disappears in starry beat. 824. It walks where raindrops softly land, then leaps and hums without a plan, and vanishes past dreaming span. 825. Its hooves are light, its frame is thin. It hops, then lets the dusk begin, and disappears in woolen spin. 826. It moves like mist across the trail. It leaps and floats through foggy vale, and hums beyond the sleepy gale. 827. And it curls into the field so wide. Then leaps and drifts to the other side, and melts beneath the sleepy tide. 828. A twist of wind, a fleecy curl, it hops and leaves the waking world, then fades where woolen clouds are swirled. 829. Its ears hang low, its tail is down, it hops then walks without a sound, and joins the dreams that drift around in 830. It takes the leap with sleepy might, it lands and joins the dream of night, then hums beneath the stars so bright. 831. It gives a shake, then starts to float, it hops, then glides in drowsy coat, and disappears without a note. 832. It stops to breathe the rainy air, then hops the fence with woolly flare, and vanishes without a care. 833. It flicks its tail, then bends to spring, it leaps into the resting ring, then hums where nighttime whispers cling. 834. Its wool is full, its gaze is kind, it lifts and leaves the field behind, and walks into the sleeping mind. 835. A steady breath, a soft, slow hop, it lands where thoughts begin to drop, then fades into the quiet stop. 836. It watches where the shadows blend, then leaps and joins the woolen trend, and disappears beyond the bend. 837. Its hooves are calm, its body still, it hops and clears the silent hill, then hums where night has time to fill. 838. A gentle nudge, a yawn so wide, it leaps and walks the woolen slide, then disappears on slumber's side, so 839. Its coat is brushed with glimmered light, it hops and fades into the night, then lands in sleep's familiar sight. 840. It doesn't stop, it doesn't roam, it leaps and finds the stars its home, and fades where peaceful dreamers roam. 841. A single turn, a fleecy leap, it hops into the arms of sleep, then joins the fields where slumber's deep. 842. Its steps are round, its thoughts are light, it lifts and floats through quiet night, then walks where all the stars unite. 843. It watches as the others pass, then leaps through wet and glowing grass, and disappears like softened glass. 844. Its tail flicks once, then all is still. It hops the fence and climbs the hill, and fades into the night's own will. 845. A sleepy sheep with lowered brow, it jumps and doesn't ask for how, then disappears into the now. 846. Its coat is thick, its heart is clear. It leaps into the sky so near, and drifts where dreams begin to steer. 847. It doesn't look, it doesn't blink, it hops and doesn't stop to think, just fades into the dream like ink. 848. Its hooves tap once, then find the air. It floats across with thoughtful care, and disappears where stars all stare. 849. And it bends its leg, then finds its pace. It leaps into the woolen space, then walks into the dream's embrace. 850. It watches where the line runs deep, then hops and doesn't make a peep, and joins the flock, already asleep. 851. It watches clouds, then starts to glide. It hops the rail with quiet pride, then fades into the other side. 852. Its wool is soaked, its eyes half closed. It leaps and hums as hush unfolds, and drifts where nothing ever holds. 853. It gives a nod, then takes the air. It floats through fog without a care, then disappears into the glare. 854. Its pace is slow, its hooves are wet. It jumps, then fades without regret, and joins the calm where dreams are set. 855. It curls its back, then takes a turn. It leaps where only stars still burn, then drifts into the softest yearn. 856. Its tail sways low, its wool is light. It hops and melts into the night, then hums where dreams feel just right. 857. It doesn't speak, It doesn't try. It leaps beneath the sleepy sky and finds the place where still things lie. 858, so it breathes in, slow, then starts to sway. It hops and glides the cloudy way, then vanishes in shades of grey. 859. A flick, a bounce, a woolly spin. It leaps and lets the night begin, then fades into the hush within. 860. It moves like mist across the beam. It floats into a pillow dream and lands inside a silent stream. 861. Its coat is brushed by silver air. It leaps with ease and quiet care, then walks where no one stops to stare. 862. It doesn't rush, it doesn't roam. It hops the fence, then calls it home, and joins the hush where dreamers comb. 863. Its ears hang low, its shadow thin. It takes the leap, then tucks within, and hums the hush that sleeps begin. 864. Stops to blink, then starts to float. It lands with peace, wrapped in its coat, then walks where softer voices wrote. 865. A yawn, a twist, a downward glance. It leaps and lets the world advance, then rests in dreams that feel like dance. 866. Its back is damp, its hooves are light. It hops beneath the edge of night and vanishes from normal sight. 867. It hums a rhythm soft and slow. It jumps where only clouds may go and walks in fields the dreamers know. 868. Its wool reflects a quiet moon. It leaps and fades away too soon, then drifts into a sleepless tune. 869. It circles once, then takes the line. It floats where everything aligns and hums beyond the counting time. 870. Its legs are long. Its gaze is deep. It hops and doesn't stir the sheep, then disappears where thoughts all sleep. 871. It flicks its tail, then makes the leap. It joins the others in the deep and fades into the layered sleep. 872. It grazes once beneath the tree, then lifts and lands so weightlessly, and hums along the midnight sea. 873. It doesn't stop to feel the rain. It leaps and leaves behind all strain, and melts where dreams forget their name. 874. A single bounce, a final turn. It hops into the stars that burn, then walks where silence waits to learn. 875. It doesn't look, it doesn't stray. It leaps and floats the silent way, and joins the path where sleepers stay. 876. Its hooves are clean, its rhythm still. It hops and lands beyond the hill, then hums where dreams the silence fill. 877. A quiet hop, a softer sound. It leaps and doesn't touch the ground, then walks where wool and sleep are found. 878. Its coat is heavy with the mist. It floats through clouds the stars have kissed, then fades into the dreamer's list. 879. It bends its knees, then lifts to go. It clears the fence in peaceful flow and walks into the dark below. 880. It doesn't speak, it doesn't try. It floats beneath the sleepy sky, then vanishes and no one's shy. 881. A muffled sigh, a tender leap. It hops, then walks where silence keeps, and joins the sea of resting sheep. 882. Its breath is slow, its step is near. It hops and hums a tune unclear, then melts where sleep forgets all fear. 883. It flicks its ear, then glides with ease. It leaps and doesn't stir the trees, then vanishes in woolen breeze. 884. It stops and turns, then makes the bound. It lands with not a single sound, and disappears in night all round. 885. So, its back is damp, its coat is wide. It hops, then drifts to dreaming side, and walks where sleepy ones reside. 886. It doesn't speak, it doesn't stay. It lifts and hops the quiet way, then vanishes in shades of grey. 887. It takes its time, it doesn't rush. It floats into the softest hush and hums beneath the twilight brush. 888. Its hooves are cold, its mind is warm, it leaps and leaves behind the storm, then finds a place where peace is born. 889. It hums once low, then starts to climb, it jumps and drifts beyond all time, then fades where stillness feels like rhyme. 890. Its coat is soft, its heart is still. It clears the fence with gentle skill, and joins the flock behind the hill. 891. It spins in place, then lifts with grace. It leaps into a drifting space, and hums where dreams forget their place. 892. A woolly step, a whispered tone. It hops and moves through skies alone, then vanishes in stars unknown. 893. Its tail is still, its legs are wide. It leaps and finds the other side, and drifts into the woolen tide. 894. It gives a glance, then starts to sway. It hops and slowly fades away, and hums beneath the end of day. 895. Its wool is damp, its body light. It leaps into the depth of night, and walks where hush becomes the height. 896. It breathes in deep, then takes its chance. It hops into a woolen dance, then drifts into a sleep-like trance. 897. It doesn't rush, it doesn't bend. It leaps, then joins the quiet trend, and walks into the dreaming end. 898. It watches as the clouds roll slow, then hops and fades where dreamers go, and vanishes like melting snow. 899. A gentle hum, a fleecy stride. It leaps into the world inside, then walks where stars and dreams reside. 900. It doesn't glance, it doesn't roam. It floats into the night called home, and settles where the dreamers roam. 901. It walks beneath the fading sky. It leaps and doesn't ask why, then drifts where dreams begin to lie. 902. Its hooves are damp, its wool hangs low. It jumps with grace and even flow, then fades where only dreamers go. 903. It breathes a mist, then makes the leap. It lands where all the others sleep, and hums into the silence deep. 904. Its gaze is calm, its steps are slow. It hops the rail and starts to go, then vanishes in evening's glow. 905. A twist, a shake, a downward glance. It leaps and floats into the dance, and lands in sleep's familiar trance. 906. It hums beneath the silver cloud, then hops, not fast and not too proud, and walks away without a sound. 907. It circles once, then takes its stride. It hops into the moonlight tide, and melts where quiet thoughts reside. 908. Its back is low, its eyes are wide. It leaps and doesn't try to hide, then disappears on dreaming's side. 909. It stops to sniff the drifting rain, then lifts and leaps beyond the lane, and hums the hush that will remain. 910. A sleepy flick, a downward bend. It hops and lets the hush extend, then joins the dreams that never end. 911. Its coat is soft, its ears hang still. It clears the fence with gentle will, and walks beyond the shadowed hill. 912. A yawn, a sway, a woolen trail. It leaps into a cloudy veil, then fades beyond the dreamer's tale. 913. It moves like sleep beneath the tree. It hops and drifts so tenderly, and hums a tune that sets you free. 914. Its wool is thick, its breath is slow. It leaps and lets the hush all grow, then melts into the field below. 915. It turns its head, then finds the breeze. It lifts and hops with quiet ease, and fades beneath the dreaming trees. 916. It hums once low, then makes the glide. It leaps and doesn't need to hide, then walks where night and stars collide. 917. Its nose is cold, its steps are wide, it floats across the woolen tide, then disappears on dreaming's side. 918. A blink, a breath, a sleepy grin, it hops and folds the stillness in, then fades where clouds and calm begin. 919. It doesn't pause or hesitate, it leaps and walks through dreaming's gate and hums beyond the line of late. 920. It curls its back and starts to float. It lands with peace beneath its coat and hums where night forgets to gloat. 921. Its hooves land light on softened grass. It leaps, then lets the silence pass, and joins the dusk in dreamlike mass. 922. It doesn't shake, it doesn't stray, it floats into the end of day and hums the world to sleep away. 923. It follows close, then finds its lane. It leaps, then doesn't rise again, just drifts beyond the gentle rain. 924. It hums beneath the moon's low hum. It leaps and leaves the world it's from, then joins the still where sleep has come. 925. Its legs are long, its heart is clear. It hops and floats into the sphere, then fades where nothing comes too near. 926. It turns to watch the others go, then lifts and leaps with steady flow and hums beneath the twilight glow. 927. Its wool is brushed by drifting air. It hops and doesn't know or care, then melts where sleep is everywhere. 928. It stops to sniff the dewy breeze, then leaps and lands with gentle knees and walks into the dream with ease. 929. Its eyes half shut, its body light. It lifts and clears the fence in flight, and then fades beneath the painted night. 930. It circles twice, then makes the leap. It lands in thoughts too soft to keep, and joins the sea of falling sleep. 931. Its nose is wet, its wool is still. It hops, then floats above the hill, and fades beyond the window-sill. 932. It grazes once, then bends to go. It leaps through rain, then moves below, and hums where all the dreamers flow. 933. Its step is soft, its rhythm slow. It lifts and drifts like steady snow, then walks where midnight thoughts all go. 934. It doesn't speak or stir the breeze. It floats beneath the sleeping trees, then fades where calm is on its knees. 935. It curls its wool, then takes the air. It leaps and lands with sleepy care, and disappears, no longer there. 936. Its tail swings once, then all is still. It hops and lands beyond the hill, then hums along the river's will. 937. A breeze rolls past, it doesn't blink. It leaps and fades before you think, then lands in sleep's familiar sink. 938. Its hooves are clean, its coat is warm. It hops and rides the sleepy storm, and melts into the woolen swarm. 939. It hums a song without a name, then hops into the dreamlike frame, and leaves behind the world the same. 940. It glides across the muddy floor, then lifts and leaps with dreams in store, and walks through one more velvet door. 941. Its breath is long, its gaze is soft. It floats where gentle winds lift off, then lands where silence lays aloft. 942. It doesn't need to think or know. It leaps, then lets the quiet grow, and hums beneath the falling snow. 943. It curls its frame, then starts to sway. It hops the rail and fades away, and joins the ones who didn't stay. 944. Its eyes are wide, its pace is slow. It floats where lullabies all go, then walks beneath the rain's soft glow. 945. It hums the sound of mist and light. It leaps and lands beyond your sight, then rests in fields that feel just right. 946. It doesn't stir the sleeping ground. It hops, then never makes a sound, and walks where peace is gently found. 947. It breathes the sky, then starts to roam. It leaps and finds the stars its home, then fades into the midnight loam. 948. Oh, it bows its head, then lifts again. It hops and doesn't count to 10, just joins the place that lies within. 949. Oh, it walks the fence, then lets it be. It leaps and hums so silently, then melts into a memory. 950. A sleepy breath, a single beat. It hops and finds the hush complete, and disappears on feathered feet. See, 951. It doesn't rush, it doesn't race. It leaps into a slower place and vanishes without a trace. Out 952. But its coat is thick with quiet rain. It floats beyond the window pane, then hums inside your sleeping brain. 953. It doesn't look, it doesn't pause. It hops into the dream because the hush obeys no waking laws. 954. A little twist, a gentle turn. It leaps where drowsy lanterns burn and walks through thoughts too soft to learn. 955. And takes its step with quiet might. It hops and fades into the night, then sleeps beyond the candlelight. 956. And its wool is calm, its breath is slow. It leaps and lets the silence grow, then vanishes where soft things go. 957. It grazes once, then makes the glide. It lands and hums the hush inside, then joins the sheep who gently hide. 958. A blink, a sway, a woolen breeze. It leaps and floats through sleeping trees, then settles in a world at ease. 959. Its tail flicks once, then all is done. It hops and leaves the need to run and walks beneath the sleepy sun. 960. It circles once, then starts to drift. It leaps and gives the night a gift, then fades into the woolen lift. 961. Its ears hang low, its heart is clear. It hops and disappears from here, then walks where nothing draws too near. 962. It hums beneath the moon's deep call. It leaps with grace and doesn't fall, then melts beyond the meadow wall. 963. It doesn't look or try to stay. It hops and drifts the other way and hums where dreams forget the day. 964. It watches stars begin to bend. It lifts and leaps without pretend, then joins the hush that has no end. 965. Its steps are round, its coat is warm. It floats into the weathered storm, then lands in sleep's familiar form. 966. It curls once in, then lets it go. It hops and flows with quiet flow and fades where silent rivers grow. 967. A woolly twist, a sleepy breath. It leaps and lands in feathered depth, then hums the hush that follows death. 968. Its pace is light, its shape is dim. It hops and doesn't speak or swim, just fades into the dream within. 969. It takes a breath, then makes the jump. It lands without a single thump, and joins the dreams that softly slump. 970. It doesn't stay, it doesn't weep. It leaps and walks where stars all sleep, then hums into the silence deep. 971. Its back is round, its wool is curled. It hops into another world, then fades where endless dreams are swirled. 972. It turns once slow, then gives a sigh. It leaps beneath the cloudy sky and disappears without goodbye. 973. It follows where the rain clouds fall. It hops the fence with no alarm, then joins the hush where all is calm. 974. A single leap, a feathered twist. It lands where dreams and sleep exist, then fades into the moonlight's mist. 975. And it blinks just once, then finds its line. It lifts and leaps beyond the pine and walks into a dream divine. 976. Its breath is warm, its voice is still. It hops and climbs the quiet hill, then melts where stars begin to spill. 977. It hums beneath a glowing sky. It leaps and never wonders why, then joins the cloud that passes by. 978. Its hooves are light, its pace is true. It floats across the midnight dew, then hums into the peaceful blue. 979. It doesn't run, it doesn't stay, it hops and walks the woolen way, and fades into the edge of day. 980. Its wool is thick, its thoughts are kind, it leaps and leaves no mark behind, then fades into the dreaming mind. 981. A final glance, a sleepy grin, it hops and lets the night begin, and joins the quiet tucked within. 982. It curls beneath the sleeping tree, then leaps with calm and dignity and walks into infinity. 983. Its pace is smooth, its frame is small, it lifts and clears the wooden wall, then hums beyond the dreamer's call. 984. A turn, a stretch, a drowsy swing. It floats where peaceful breezes cling, then fades beyond remembering. 985. Its shadow falls across the stream. It leaps and walks into a dream, then disappears without a seam. 986. It shakes the mist from off its back. It hops and glides the moonlit track, and melts into the velvet black. 987. It watches where the flock has gone, then leaps with grace and softly yawns, and walks into the woolen dawn. 988. Its eyes are closed, its steps are sure, it clears the fence with thoughts so pure, then vanishes beyond the blur. 989. It flicks its ear, then starts to go. It leaps into the softest snow and joins the stars that move below. And at 990, it curls beneath a drifting breeze, then lifts and leaps with gentle knees and hums where time and hush agree. 991. Its coat is wet, its tail is low. It hops and follows evening's glow, then disappears in dreamlike flow. 992. It hums a tune the stars once knew. It leaps and lands in midnight's hue, then walks into the open blue. 993. It gives a sigh, then makes the glide. It hops and joins the woolen tide, and hums where other sheep reside. 994. Its legs are light, its wool hangs dry. It leaps beneath the heavy sky, and drifts where no one asks you why. 995. It breathes once in, then turns to run. It hops and joins the dreaming sun, then vanishes when all is done. 996. Its hooves don't stir, its breath is slow. It leaps where sleep begins to grow, then fades where nothing needs to show. 997. It curls its tail, then gently hops. It lands, then lets the world all stop, and disappears in silent drops. 998. Its coat is grey, its steps are wide. It leaps with dreams tucked deep inside, then walks where hush and stars collide. 999. A blink, a pause, a quiet bend. It hops and walks into the end, where every dream and night descend. 1000. It gives no sound, no final cue. It leaps into the sky so blue, and lands in sleep just out of view.